Hello and welcome to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by B&W. This is Brenda. So I'm welcoming you back into my playroom time, or I should say my craft room time. And today I'm going to finish with my 6x6 art journal. This is what I've been trying to finish. This has been the push for the month, so I'm almost there. So note to self, as last time, I put in my little marker so I know which way is up, just because we've had some unpleasant experiences in the past. I'm going to go continue with this. Now, I have a challenge. When I initially started making this art journal, I didn't redo this page, but I have this little thing here. So I'm going to try to work with it. I'm not going to try to let it, no, I'm just going to work with what I got. So what I did today was go through my stash, pick out some sprays, because I am going to make a background again. I'm not going to do a manufactured background. Take these bracelets off. I have Peacock Feather, peeled paint, and I'm pulling out Aged Mahogany again. But these are all oxide sprays, so they're a little bit different than the Distress sprays and the spritz and the mica stains and the stain. They have their own unique properties. So that's the plan. I'll put those aside. So I'm going to start with, and then this is just my box where I just throw everything in. I just threw everything in here and see what happens. These are my two white panels that I'm going to be using, and I cannot for the life of me find this die, but I had these in my stash, so I just pulled them out. You know, they look whimsical. I thought they'd go great, you know, to use here. I'm not sure how I'm going to use them, but I thought that this is pretty substantial. You know, this could work here like that. One is a gray color and then one is a white color. So there we go. So that's the plan. But I also have out, let's get these away. I've got my sentiments and I've got my my cutie patooties, my girls. So I'll move this to up, and my guys, I'll move that to the side. I also have my tray and my heat gun, some water. I'm trying to get more organized. So off on the side, I have my glue. I have some ink. I have some stamps. So I try to pull everything in so I wouldn't say, like, oh, wait a minute, got to go get something. I forgot something. You know, that could very well happen today. But I'm going to try to mitigate that. So this is the order that I'm going to do the paints in. I've already kind of shaken them up before I hit start on the filming. So it's going to be Peacock Feather, peeled paint, and Aged Mahogany in that order. Okay, let's get started. I don't know what's going to happen. I really, really don't. Okay, that's something on that. I'm pretty excited. There's no right or wrong. This is, so this is 6x6, no, I'm sorry, scratch that. 5x5 white mixed media cardstock. And then the pages in the journal are 6x6. So I'm going to be doing something akin to this. Okay. Oh, by the way, I also, oh, let me grab that. I also have my paper towel. So let's get that going, get that cooking. That way I'm set and ready. And then we're going to start with Peacock Feather. I'm just going to do a few. I'm doing 2 at a time. So that's all I'm going to do. And you can always dry in between and build up more color. So here's peeled paint. And that's what peeled paint looks like. And this is Aged Mahogany. Oh, I'm more aggressive on that. Okay. Now if I want to, I'm going to just spritz it with a little water. See what I get. And I am going to bring in my paint tool. And let's get these dry. And then let's see what I got. Hopefully I won't make mud. That's running. And I won't make mud. No, I'm not making mud. Well, that's going to be interesting colors. Get the cord out of the way. Wouldn't you love a cordless heat gun? Baby jeebies, that would be great. That's drying up. That one's drying pretty good. Get a little more color. I don't know if you can see. Just making sure you're staying frame. We bring it all over. Switch this out. Turn my tray. Put this over here. I'm not trying to dry it out completely, but just in between. So let me put them back in order. So I'm going to start with, probably should just take all the tops off. That would probably be easier. All right, there we go. So back with the peeled paint, the peacock feather. I think that's good. A little bit more peeled paint. And I'm going to try to leave some white. A little bit more aged mahogany. Splatter there. More water. See what I get. And you build up the color as much or as little as you like in between your layers. Pull up some of that. Yep, there we go. Pull up some of that. Okay, good deal. But that's, that's you. You do what you want. I'm going to try to lay some white. I never leave enough white, enough white space. Now, again, I said this last time, it's easier to do one, but for the sake of time, I'm doing two. But you end up getting two different patterns, they're never going to be the same. Okay, turn a little bit back to the peacock feather. And I'm going to try to stay in the same area, but maybe not. What else what I need? Okay, a little bit more peeled paint. Okay. And a little bit more aged mahogany. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's do this. Do some flicks. Very interesting. keep saying that. I gotta come up with another word. Maybe I should use fascinating. Star Trek word. What you think? I'm a huge Star Trek fan, if you don't know. And every time I say very interesting, I'm thinking, I'm channeling my inner Spock. You know who Spock is. That way I don't have to stretch across. I think I'm okay with it. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to go deeper, richer. I don't know. I think I know what I want to do, though. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Sometimes when you don't like it, it grows on you. I think I'm okay with that. I kind of sort of like it. Okay, so maybe some splatters with the peacock feather over here. Okay. All right, and maybe put some splatters with the peeled paint in this area. Oh. All right, I think that's good. I'll leave it alone. Okay, so let me dry. Then I'm gonna come back because I gotta clean up all the stuff over here you can't really see. But I need a little more splatters over here. Yeah, I think that's good. I like the splattering. That was the something I was like, what's missing? What's missing? What's missing? And putting the splatters in there was the missing piece. Like I said, once this dry down and you come back, if you hate it and you think you're at 80%, you're done. I think I'm done. I want those splatters to dry. And this is a art, not a science. So it's an art form, not a science. So, and it's your creation. It's never going to be the same for everybody. Okay, that's good. I think that's good. All right, I think that's good. Okay, this is what I ended up with. I might hit it with some water and do some more lifting, but I think the splatters did the job. That's what was missing. Okay, good deal. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to clean up the ink and stuff, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, I am back. I went ahead and cleaned up my workspace, got the ink off the mat, off the glass mat. This is what I'm working with. I'm going to tell you what my favorite is. I think I like this one. It's my favorite. And this one's okay, but I think this is my favorite. But that's just me. All right, so here's my thought. So I've got my little, my background. I really want to use her. Really, really, really. Isn't that cute though? That kind of goes. Okay, I'm gonna lay her down. I think I want to use that one. But what about this one? I got this guy. He's just sitting, oh, he's just sitting in the air. But what if, do I want to use the gray? Maybe I'll use the gray. I don't have to use all of these. Okay, so you can always pull these apart because they kind of look like snowflakes to me. Don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Oh, let me get it against the black because sometimes you gotta see it against whatever. That's my thought. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, and then this is the other side of the page. Now, and then you can use some of this, all of this, parts of this, pieces of this. I can cut some stuff off. So this is kind of my thought process for this, but you know, you can always snip stuff off. Now he's just sitting in the air, but I don't know. Okay, I do know. I do know what I'm gonna do. It doesn't make sense though, because I'd like to. Yeah, let's start snipping. Scissors. Sorry, I moved my scissors. I had some itty bitties over here. I got these. Oh no, I got these itty bitties right here. I'm just making a mess. All right, I wanna use these. So I think I'm just gonna snip it off right down here. And then snip that. Okay. Cool. Reminds me of a snowflake. No one said you had to use it. This was a die cut. I do not know where this die. I looked for this in my stash, but I cannot find it. I really, really cannot find it. So I'm kind of liking him here with, can I move that around? See how I'm just rearranging stuff? So he'll be propped up in the sky. And then for her, I kind of like, I think I'm going to kind of do something like this. So I need to snip that off there and snip that off here. And I might be able to slip this part on this side of her. And then she's kind of in the middle. That's my plan. That is the plan, and that's all that I have for today in my brain. And then I can kind of put this back over here, and then I want to try to make sure I keep that big flower. So I might snip it again. And then for the sentiment, I don't know. I kind of sort of like the gray that's pulling for him. And then what sentiment will we use, you guys? I didn't pick that out. So let's pull that out. What you think of my plan so far? I think I'm crooked. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now what makes sense? Now, let's see. No rain, no flowers. Be gentle with yourself. That might work. I like that. Now she needs something dainty because she's big. So don't need anything too big. So here's some daintier ones. I choose to focus on the good always. And then that can kind of sort of go. Let's go right there. Okay. I don't know, that feels like that gets lost in the sauce. How about right up in here? No flowers. No, no rainbow flowers. I feel like this is getting lost in the sauce. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because it's dark. I don't know. Do I switch them? That's gray. And I was trying to, before I filmed, I could not find this to cut out another white piece. Because I had this in my stash. You know, you're just playing with stuff one day. What, do I hit it with something? Make it stand out. Do I hit it with some ink? Thinking. I'm going to put this one aside. Might have to do some triage on that. Or just leave it alone and just not overthink it. Okay, but this one's pretty laid out. Even though you can't see all the color, I know it's back there. All right, so I'm going to lay this down. And I'm going to move, so before I make a mess of everything, let's move this out the way. And let's just turn this over. Oh. Glow. And try to be neat. Now, if you had double-sided, if I had cut this out, knowing all these little bitty things, I would have used some double-sided adhesive. But again, I cannot put my hands on this die. I don't know what I did with it. It's hidden in amongst something. So I'm pretty sure I'll find it after I film, go hunting for something else, and I probably stuck it someplace and thought, oh, I'll go back and get it, and it's in something with somebody else. That's probably what it is. And I just can't see it. I try to stay organized, but, you know, sometimes that doesn't always work as anticipated. Bring it up just a tad. But I think it's going to be cute. Oops, I probably should have hit it with the back. But thank God this dries clear. Thank God for Fairly Art glue. Thank you. Thank the crafting gods for that glue. I got some thoughts for that one. I do. Just was sitting here thinking about it. Now for this one, since I want the big flower, see if I can chop it off again. Try to be strategic. And because I want that big one to be kind of like, yeah, there we go. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Well, if you are liking what you're seeing, please like, comment, subscribe. I really thank you for sticking with me. These have been a joy. I am fresh out of ideas for the next couple of weeks. I do not know. I gotta put my thinking cap on, as we used to say back in the day, to figure out what's next. But that's part of the joy. You don't know what's next. You really don't. And that little gap won't matter because she'll be covering it. Oh, okay. Now she's definitely walking through the fields. Well, maybe I should can I put a little closer? Yeah, let's close the gap. Just not have such a big gap. Okay, I was able to move that over just a tad and hadn't set yet. She's so pretty. She's a big cutie. Yep, I had a thought. Yep. Well, I was sitting here thinking about what to do with the other one. the other panel. I just had a thought. Let me stick her foot right in that. Cool. And I also had another thought for that guy too. I don't think that paint's all the way dry. I mean, I'm sorry, the spray. That's okay. We're gonna lay that on there. Okay, that's my panel. That's my panel done. Okay, let's not make sure I don't make a boo-boo. Okay, so it's definitely gonna be on this side. Do not want to make a boo-boo. All right, look at that. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to move her over. She's kind of big. Didn't check on how she was gonna roll on this. Not necessarily, do I want to cut her off? Really don't want to cut her off. I didn't check. Darn. I should have moved her over. It is too late. I should have moved her further over. Did not check. Let's see how it's going to go. Okay, there we go. We'll do it this way. We will flip that bad boy over. There you go. Okie dokie. Let's put her down. Maybe that's the original position I had her in and I didn't realize it, but you know, make it work. And then you just center this as best you can. And I'm okay, she's coming off the page. I think that's the best part about this. I will clip her here, but I won't have to clip her as much. What you think? That's page 1 done. Now for this guy, what I'm going to do with you. Did have a thought. Bring some, got some gray. I don't know if that's going to. Not sure. But maybe for this one, I was thinking maybe you just can't really see it, right? Because I don't know. I guess it reads better. It is more subtle. I'll grant you that. I grant you that. It is more subtle. What to do, what to do, what to do. I feel like I want to hit it with some spritz or something. Okay. You know what? Let's just do this. Won't hurt. Let me just pull out something and see. If I hate it, I hate it. I got this guy. I have a stamping block. I have a big stamping block, but I have this one. So here's what I'm planning. This is my thinking. All right. I'm just going to hit it with this. This is a little texture stamp. See? And this is black. So let's see. And I wish I had my other stamping block. And I got the small one, but not the big one. I got the super big one. So I don't want the super big one. But I don't have the medium size over here. But that's okay. We'll make it work. I'm just lay it that way. This is black archival ink. And that's all I'm going to do. Let's add some texture to it. Just so you can see it. Change the profile. Okay, that's all I need. Don't ask me why. Something just came in my brain. Like, if you don't like the color, change the color. Okay, there you go. A little better. A little better. I think it's better. It's not worse. Okay, I'll leave it alone. Hopefully it'll hurry up and dry so I can attach it. Is it him? Or do I need something different? Maybe it's him. Now that changes it. I don't think I like that. Let's see. Is it her? Is it him? She's walking through the field. I really like him though. Because of that. I hurt. I don't know if I want two on the one. I've never done two. Okay, I'm going to bring him back because I kind of sort of committed to him. But I want him sitting on something. Maybe I'll have him sitting up higher. I don't know. Do I want him higher? If I put him higher, you can't really see. So let's do it that way. Okay, I'm liking it. Enough. I'm enough. Enough futzing and futzing and fitzing and spritzing and all the good stuff. Alrighty. Well, for good, bad, or ill, I've done it. Alright, let's see. What's anything happening in your world? This is what I think about. This is what I think about in my world. Crafting stuff and making stuff. And getting ideas and bringing them to the page and doing new things. Let's move that out the way. And then Willie's shaking his head at me. Willie's my biggest supporter, though. You guys know that's my husband. I kind of like it. It's in the background. I think I like it more and more. I mean, I know it got lost in the sauce, but it adds a little bit of texture. And with the black, I do have another thought too. So I kind of like him sitting here. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some gems here. And I add some gemstones. Or I'm going to do some splattering. I'm going to do something. But I think it's okay. You can't like them all. And I am committed. I'll put it right in front of that. There we go. That'll work. I am committed to this. And sometimes, you know, you gotta learn. But I want them sitting right there. Go. No, you just gotta learn what works and what doesn't. Some things work and some things don't. Oh, wow, it's got, come on, before that sets. Cool, I'm almost done. I got one more page, I think, to do. Just one more page. And then I'll be done with this series. Be gentle with yourself. Something I need to take to heart. I'm going to stick that right there. Ooh, yeah. I got some sequins. Sequence this bad boy up. I don't use my sequins as much as I would like. There you go. All right. I won't hold you for that. But this might end up being my favorite one for all I know. Once it all dries down. And it's got a little bit of texture. It's very subtle. Let me grab my archival ink. And texture that bad boy up. And let me finish hitting it. There we go. Cool. So here are my 2 pages. Let me go ahead and stick this on here like so. And then I will do a final reveal. It doesn't take long for these to come together. Not at all. Especially when you've given it some thought. And I knew, but I knew I probably wanted to do another color of this. But it is all right. It's all right. Here's my big guy. All right, that's that one. And then that's that one. I think there's something missing over here. That's why I'm going to put some sequins right up in here to balance that out. But here you go. 2 pages down. Let's see. So if I stick that in here, okay, this one's going to go here like so. And this one's going to go here. So actually this will be my back page, and this is the last page I need to do. Because I didn't measure that girl out. I didn't move her over. So technically, this will need to be my last page. This is my last page, and then I'm done for this time. So we'll come back next week and do this page, and then we'll be done with the series unless I decide to add a few more pages. But we'll be done with this. So thank you for watching me play in my craft room, and I will talk to you next time. Have a good day.